And we're live. What's up, everybody?
Heyo.
Sorry we're late. This time it was actually my fault, unlike Dan.
Let's blame Morgan. He's here. I mean,
Oh,
I'll
let's
take
just
it.
blame Morgan.
let's blame the guest. Dan, that
Like,
is
I don't need to be
Yeah.
back here, so
Why do you
take
think we
it.
have guests? To
So
throw
we
the
can
blame,
blame them.
at you.
Like if an episode does poorly, we're just like, well, it's because it was, it's because it was Brad Rodriguez.
we had
It was
Morgan
probably
on.
terrible because of him. Yeah.
That
Dan, that is a
sucks.
lovely shirt. Nice shirt.
Yeah, so there's a reason why you never see me wearing this. It's
Oh,
pretty small. It's pretty
so
I don't know. My
is it-
belly's growing.
is the
I think I'm
shirt-
pregnant.
small, or
The shirt is small on me.
I got you.
Yeah.
Morgan's got
Semantics.
stolen. I'm upset. I found out.
Yeah,
So
I'm yeah.
Oh,
I'm
from
upset
Maker
about that.
Camp?
Yeah, I was telling Pete about this. So like throughout the couple days that I was there, hats and T-shirts and stickers and business cards and whatever. I just kind of most of that stuff I got handed to me while I was at the booth, and I just kind
Right.
of had it all stuffed in a pile. And then when we closed down the last day, I went right over to the pavilion and I had everything in a little bag there, right next to where all the photos were being taken. And at the end of the night, I walked back, all gone. Somebody just took it.
I'd like to
And that
believe that
pissed me
that's
off.
not a malicious thing, and it's just people like it's such a like giving and loving community that people see stuff out on a table. They're like, "Oh, cool, I can have this," and they're just not thinking. That's what I'd like to
Yeah.
believe, and
I'd
not
like to
somebody
believe
just
that as
going
well.
around stealing stuff.
yeah.
I would like to believe that too, because especially an event like that and the kind of community that this is, like, you wouldn't expect that, especially at Maker Camp. But it was
Yes.
not like a thing where like things are laid out on a table. Like,
I understand. I'm just trying to
I know.
spin it, I guess.
Someone
yeah.
had some sticky
Pissed me off.
fingers, and honestly, I blame anyone that does resin art because they have
They
Curing
have the
resin on their
stickiest
hands.
fingers, really. Paul says Morgan's mustache is what we all came for.
that.
Morgan's
is true.
mustache is what I came to for as well.
Yes, that is also why I came on
It's,
this show.
I was doing Matt Voltner's podcast, and he described my mustache as seasonal, which
I think
is
that's accurate. It's,
It's accurate.
You didn't have the mustache at Maker Camp, I don't think.
No, I did, and I don't know, it just
Okay.
comes and goes.
I was
So-
gonna shave and leave the mustache only, just in honor of you for the night. And my wife was not. She was not having that. So
Oh,
she makes
come
the
on!
rules.
It's
She
like
makes
it's
the
only
rules
like
around
a
here.
couple of hours.
So,
Wouldn't kill anybody.
question for you, Morgan.
It
When
might
you
kill me.
when you trim your mustache, what speeds and feeds do you use on a surfacing pass there? Like, I'm
Hmm.
assuming you lay down on a CNC and you have you have a preset pass. You got a nice white side bit in
The
there.
Onefinity mushroom. Wow.
It's 60
Mustache
inches per
trimmer?
minute. 60 inches per minute. I use an 1/8 inch upcut spiral.
It's
because,
a quarter-inch
I
upcut
need-
Gillette bit.
because I needed to pull the fibers away from my face,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
push it down into it.
That's
So,
how you get
yeah,
ingrown
that was-
hairs. That's
Yeah.
Very smart.
Smart. Nick, the grocery store was awful. Do not recommend.
oh
I
yeah.
ran to the grocery store a couple hours ago, before the big
To get milk and bread.
beer and coffee.
Exactly.
Same.
What's the difference?
Not much. Carbs, maybe?
It still blows my mind in this day and age with the variety of like meals we eat. Milk and bread are still like the two things that people like lose their minds over. It's almost like it's like ingrained in their blood because like all of our parents were like, "That's what
Uh-huh.
you get," because that's all they could get back then.
Yeah. And to top it off, it was like at the tail end of rush hour. So people were leaving work and going straight to the grocery
Oh,
store.
yeah.
And
Got
I pulled in there and the parking lot was pretty full. And then I got inside and the checkout lines were all the way down like the aisles and around a corner. And I was like, oh my God. But I promised my kids I would get them hot chocolate.
Beer.
So
It's the kids' hot
And
chocolate.
and beer and
Yeah.
coffee.
Promise the kids
So.
you get them beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
know
I
that
could have
you-
went and got beer from QT down the street.
Well, I know
It was
that
the
you
hot
got.
chocolate that kept me.
you've got inclement weather coming in soon. So do people like down here? People freak out about hurricanes.
Were you near all the tornadoes a couple days ago? Wasn't there a bunch of tornadoes in Florida?
So yeah, they were warning us like that there was going to be tornadoes coming through right through my area.
Oh my god.
I didn't.
They were real close to Jake Miller from a sweet shop. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I know that there were some. I didn't see any. There's that, that like whistle that you hear.
Oh yeah, we got the tornado horn.
I'm not aware. I don't.
Yeah, you hear a weird like whistling sound.
You're not talking about an alarm.
You're talking about like a natural sound.
No, yeah, like a natural.
Oh yeah.
In the atmosphere, you hear like this whistling sound.
I've never heard that in all my years, and we get tornadoes here.
Tornadoes. Yeah, tornadoes only go after trailers. Yes, that is their predominant food source, but they go after other stuff too.
Every now and then they like to breach out or branch out and try to eat something.
Yeah, like it's like us. Like we love potato chips, but sometimes we'll bite into a hardy apple too. Sometimes we'll take down like a tornado will take down a brick house.
That's one of my goals for 2024. Take a bite out of an apple.
Eat an apple.
And if it doesn't happen,
goals.
it's fine. The goal didn't change, the timeline did. You can wait till next year.
I'm sorry. What were you saying about the tornadoes? We got off on a tangent.
Yeah, that's okay. I know that's kind of the MO here.
The whole show.
But
yes, you've been here before. You know how this goes.
Yeah, it's been a while. But like people freak out when a hurricane is coming here. So when you have snowstorms or you're expecting 10 inches of snow, do people go to the store and freak out?
When you're expecting 10 inches and you only get 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did your wife feel about that?
She's used to it.
We can bring on an expert guest.
So do people freak out and start hoarding things like milk and bread and bottled water? Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
and snowstorms are nothing new. Like people understand that we're gonna get heavy snow in a day tops. We'll be able to go out. I mean, we haven't been snowed in for multiple days for decades. Yeah. I mean, it's not a thing that happens here anymore with current technology and snow removal and all that.
Like infrastructure crippling storms where like you still had power, but like you're not going anywhere. Those are the best. You'd walk to Blockbuster, pick up a couple of VHSs.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
I don't know if I'd walk to Blockbuster, but
I have walked to Blockbuster in a storm or after a storm when it was like
I do miss those days. Walk on Blockbuster, picking out a movie.
Remember how there used to be like a weird layer over the sky? It was like a zone, the ozone, and then now it's gone.
What now?
It's not totally gone.
I'm making
I thought it repaired itself.
Making a
we
science
took a big
joke
bite. We did take a big bite out of it though.
I thought it repaired itself like a chameleon arm or something.
I can tell because it hasn't snowed on Christmas and like since the movies. You know what movies? Like the ones from the 90s.
Yeah.
No one's made a good Christmas movie since then.
We've had some real good hurricanes down here. I remember when I was a kid, we had a good hurricane come through. I say good, meaning big, not like anybody enjoyed it. But afterward, I saw people riding jet skis through the street, like just riding jet skis through the street, like it's a bicycle.
If that's not in GTA 6, I'm gonna riot.
That's pretty Florida of you.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah, Ash can't relate to the snow factor at all because he's down under.
Yeah, they don't get snow at all in Australia, do they?
No,
I don't know.
Get scorpions.
Well, yeah.
And snakes, spiders. Oh my!
Komodo dragons. Really, just everything. All the wildlife there wants to kill you.
Snow. It's awful white powdery stuff that doesn't even make you feel good at all.
I enjoy visiting snow. I like going on a ski trip, skiing for a couple of days, then coming back.
Just going to visit, not dealing with it and living with it. That's not fun.
But the thought of having to scrape my windshield just to go anywhere, just to leave my house,
remote
or shovel
start,
a
baby.
driveway.
That has been the best invention in the last however long it's been around.
Scraper?
None of that.
No, remote start.
Oh, remote start. Oh yeah, I have that now.
Walk up to my window in my underwear and just hit the button.
Bloop,
watch
bloop.
my truck start.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yes, Paul knows. Remote start, baby.
Oh, it's so nice. I see. Now that I work from home, I love snow days even more. More and less, because like obviously work's not gonna get canceled. I can't just be like, I can't come into work, snow day, ha ha ha.
I mean,
But like, I don't have to rush out and try to get my car cleared out at 5:30 in the morning before work or something like that. I can just wait till the sun comes out at 10 or 11 or on my lunch. There's no rush to clear out my driveway, so I don't know.
I like snow days in the fact that I don't have to wake up early. I don't have to take my kids to school.
That's
My
nice.
wife is a teacher, so I mean, snow days are lazy days. I just don't like the mess anymore.
It's work. It's work.
And we live on that hill, obviously, so it's
that
pain in the butt.
explains it too. That's right. You're
Yeah.
on like a mountain.
And then I got to pay some kid to shovel I mean, because I'm not going to do it.
I mean, John's getting to that age where get him a shovel.
Have you seen how big his arms are?
Yeah, well, let's get a build on something.
No. Poor kid's got my structure.
You have big
unfortunately.
arms.
I do. Well, they're not big in the fact that they're muscular. They're
Still, man. They don't ask how, they ask how
pretty
many.
flimsy.
So
Dan,
they're still big.
Dan, stop talking about yourself that way. Your arms are beautiful. I think your
Thank you,
arms
Mark.
are wonderful.
That's why we keep you around.
So I pulled up the YouTube live just so I could see the comments. You guys were like seeing things that I couldn't see.
I need to get
And
that replaced
This,
though.
and this is the second time I've been on, and the first time I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna let it slide. But for the second time, Morgan is misspelled.
Ha! I literally typed that right before I came on here. Hilarious.
I was like,
Oh.
you know what?
He
I
got
should
it right
probably-
in the hashtag though.
Yeah. I literally was
should
like
probably mention it this
typing
time.
it up as I was joining the Zoom because I literally was
Or
flying
not the
out of the shower.
hashtag, the @ I guess.
I also didn't feel confident enough to spell your entire last name from memory
You shouldn't.
because I don't want
Did
to
you see my
offend
story?
that
That's why I
entire
was like,
generation of people.
Morgan Hopstenpfeffer.
I'm not even confident spelling my whole last name, so.
Depends on how many drinks you got in you.
It,
Well, then-
it makes me more confident, but it's going to be even more effed up. Promise.
Well, everyone enjoys a good effort, right?
Yeah. No, wait, Dan, what were you saying about your shirt? So you need to
I
replace
still need
it?
I still need to replace that.
What do you mean replace? What happened?
I got glue all over it like a bozo. I was wearing it and I was in the shop. I wasn't thinking. Did a bunch of glue ups and yeah.
Just
you
say
know
it's
how it
part of the
goes.
design. Just say it's mayo when people ask.
Oh no, I'm gonna get it replaced before we go to WBC for sure.
What's that, Dan?
It's that yearly meeting we go to for over drinkers. I think. Is
Yeah.
that-
And if I wanted to overdrink, but I wanted to save $50, how would I do that, Dan?
Use code AWP, baby.
Yeah, let's
At
go.
checkout.
AWP, baby. Let's do
Are
that,
they
Frankie.
the sponsor this week?
They're not.
Are they officially the sponsor, or did we do that last week?
Last week. But,
Okay.
you know.
Morgan Hop can be the sponsor this week.
Yeah. But I still want, I want people to get a discount.
That's right. I'm the sponsor this week, and if you would like $50 off of Workbench Con, you can use the promo code WBC Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Please tell me that's real.
It is.
Oh, is it?
It is actually real.
There you go. Use that one.
Use that one.
Opportunity.
If you
Yeah.
can spell
Good
it,
luck
losers.
spelling it.
If I can even remember.
Hey,
yeah.
Suman's here. He sent in a really good question for Morgan. Really
Oh,
good
boy.
question. Thank you, Suman.
Suman.
What's up?
It's a
Suman?
write-in, not a call in.
We have to read.
I'll read it.
Oh.
I'll read it in Suman's
What are we,
voice.
green suitors?
I do a good Suman.
I want to hear your Suman. Like, I want to hear this.
I feel
Actually-
like whatever this is going to be, it's going to be offensive. So
Oh,
I
it's
can't-
absolutely going to be offensive.
I don't want you to do it anymore.
Speaking of being offensive and speaking in somebody else's voice, Thomas wrote in. He didn't call in because he did it last minute.
The
So you're going to
audacity.
have to read that in a very heavy French
Oh,
accent.
I'm
Or
practicing
I
my
can,
French.
and that'll be super expensive
He's
as
gonna
well.
have to-
Expensive, super offensive. I mean, not expensive. Won't cost
Also,
you a dime.
speaking of offensive, did Brayden play our intro
He did.
or his whatever the thing he does every week is. I don't know.
I've
He calls
already
it a
contacted
podcast.
I've already contacted our lawyer.
You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
Lawyer. What lawyer?
It's a
We can't
group.
afford multiple.
Well, he's a minor partner in that firm. Yeah. And he's a maker, and he's gonna make you pay. Right.
I'm a maker, and I'm gonna make you pay.
Oh, that trend! I both love it and hate it. Speaking of
what the we're whatever. So
Yeah.
we're gonna whatever.
Kamani did that. He's got a reel going uber viral right now.
what is it at now? I took actually a screenshot.
It was
this
at
morning.
1.5 mil views and like 27,000 shares.
Come on, you're up like almost 1,500 followers already. 2 million views. Very nice. Congratulations.
It's 2 million now. Wow.
2 millones.
He posted that like 2 days ago.
Either
Dang.
that or 2 millimeter. Or 2 meters is just 1 M. It's meter.
Yeah.
2 meters.
Hey, congratulations on 2
1
meter
M is
views.
meters.
Yeah. We're all very proud. We're all inches.
Yeah, I mean,
Feet proud.
I think that means that he will have the money to buy us all drinks in the lobby bar at the hotel. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Kamani.
because views absolutely convert to
One view,
money-
$1.
money
I
in
think
hand,
that's how
for
that
sure.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly how we all get paid.
Yes.
That's why we have time to do a podcast on a Thursday night. Because all the bills are paid.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Whose case?
If that was the case, I'd be posting multiple reels a day.
Yeah, I've
I haven't posted
fallen off
anything in like several days.
the editing.
I found that I post at best once or twice a week. I actually hardly ever post. I don't know what.
But when you do, it's quality. I'll give you that. It's quality. You put thought into it.
sometimes
And even with the what was the thing we did? I think we did something for Lee's Friday videos, and you put a lot of effort into that.
oh,
Or your video.
that was
Yes.
nothing. That was nothing.
Put a lot of effort. I don't think that I did notice. I was like, look at Morgan over here.
I have a compulsion. Even though it's a
Yes,
thing
dancing
that's-
with myself.
I have a problem.
Yeah, I have a compulsion. It's even though it's not my thing and it may not even make the final cut. I have to
Suman.
do as much as I possibly can.
Suman said he misses shower pasta dinner reels.
Oh yeah, good old days.
Suman, I'll hop in the shower right now. If that's what you would like to
It's
say.
actually right behind him. It's in that room.
Yeah.
I mean, none of us have a problem with this, I don't think.
we could use the views.
You're about to skyrocket to YouTube Live fame.
I'll show you guys. I mean, you've graduated from horizontal to vertical videos because you were
Yeah,
rocking a horizontal
which-
for a while.
Yeah, well, and I still that's my instinct is to shoot everything horizontally because how are you looking at your computer screen right now? How do you watch TV? How do you watch?
I have my iMac sit up on its side so I can
Exactly.
do everything vertical.
It's I don't know, like I so I was in video for a long time before I ever got into woodworking. And so
So you're one of those purists that like, I'm not gonna budge on this.
I know I get it. I do get it. But like it's just like I honestly forget because it goes against my instinct to just like, well, it doesn't look right that way. It should probably be this way. I don't know. It's for scrolling, yes, it makes sense for the platform, but
Lee, the fact that you post every week consistently is still incredible.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
I post once a week.
I post
About it feels
once
like
a month for the last 2 months.
I've just been so busy.
I mean,
Actually,
how
I've seen a little bit of a slowdown in the last 2 days, which is
good and bad.
nice. It's nice. I'll
you know
take it.
what? I'm gonna do this, Suman. Tell me what food I'm eating in the shower next. I'll make it happen next week.
Soup.
Soup?
It just gets more watery.
So
Or he
let's
starts
get
with
real
just-
specific, like alphabet soup or something.
Oh, nice. But it's, I love that Family Guy joke. Like, Brian, there's a message in my alphabet soup. He goes, Peter, those are Cheerios because it says ooh.
It's got to be something so. Soggy apple pie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
do
sounds
alphabet
awful.
soup, but it's only the letter M in there over
Ooh.
and over again.
No. Do alphabet soup pie. Put like pie in like a clear flavorless gelatin.
All right,
Or
we
put
talking
alphabet soup in a clear flavorless gelatin and put it in a pie.
Speaking of gelatin, I got one better. Get like a nice solid Minnesota recipe for seven layer dip that has like gummy bears in it. You know, the real nasty stuff. Yeah, get one of those. I just want to see you eating it with a spoon out of one of those like tall glass containers.
Or a soggy chip.
Oh, sad soggy chips.
A limp chip.
all right,
That's a
Suman,
band. It's a band
classic
from the 90s.
classic apple or Dutch apple?
Is it like when you fart on it? What's a Dutch
I'll
apple?
just
You know what a Dutch apple is. Don't act like you don't know.
It's illegal in 13 states. You know what that is.
It's like the Jolt lemonade or whatever. It'll give you too much apple.
Hey,
Classic.
I'm working here.
Man. Give him some laser work, Dan.
Oh, he wants me to pet his chest.
Oh.
I thought you were talking to your son for a second.
No,
and I was like,
this is my other son.
I mean,
that's a weird relationship.
he pets his son
You know.
too if he behaves.
He's what is he? 42 years old now in dog years.
Oh, in dog years. It's like,
That's not bad. That's my dog's like 112 in dog years.
You have a tiny dog?
He's a corgi. He's a corgi golden retriever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a funny mix. But he's 15. So
wow.
15 times 7, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure there is any way of knowing. But yeah, that's how old he is.
Hear him? I stopped and he. Shall we read the questions?
Go ahead.
I kind of don't want to read Suman's because it's so great, and I just want to save it.
We pre-listen to the questions to make sure they're safe. So when they're written in,
Suman's is safe-ish. Okay, I'll ask Suman's. You don't have to answer it now, Morgan. Actually, we prefer you not to answer it now, but I'm going to read this just so you can think about it and you can really go in depth with your answer. Okay.
Okay.
From Suman. Question for Hop. What is the largest diameter CNC spindle you can fit in your mouth? That's it.
My God.
It's a great question. Don't answer it.
It's I don't know if you want to open that door, but it's open now. So
it's open.
All right.
There you go. There it is. Great question, Suman. We
Great
appreciate
question.
it. You want to read Tomas?
Oh my God, Tomas wrote an essay.
A novel.
Yeah, you read it. I don't feel like reading that much.
Wait, Tomas like the super fan that engages with every episode, right?
Yes.
Okay,
and he's from France.
And he's from France.
Yes.
So
I remember him from last time.
Actually,
Hi, Tomas.
he suggests that Morgan do the French accent.
Yeah, he did. With that. He says, okay. First, sorry, I remembered it was podcast night too late, so I'm writing my question.
Unacceptable.
Pete, please cue the French accent. Actually, no, maybe Dan can do it. You know what? Morgan has a nice mustache. He surely can do the French. But you wouldn't ask a guest to read the question, would you?
Oh, we've done that.
I guess it's for you, Pete. Sorry. Heavy French accent. What would you do? I can't do the French accent.
No, I want to hear this now.
I can't do
what,
it.
You're about to do like Yakamura or something. I have been
It kind of like congeals and becomes like Japanese, Russian.
French.
I can't do it. I have been asked to engrave a board for someone, something simple, just an image, not a problem. Actually, the image is a effing Ouija board. Yeah, don't ask. My client want me to engrave a few boards that look like a Ouija board with the drop to show the letters and everything. They told me that they changed the design and were going to use the church water or whatever on it, so it would call only good spirits and not demons, I guess. I'm not one to believe in God or demons, and I'm good with people that do, but I have seen enough movies to not take a chance to have a piece of wood talk to me and possess me. Plus, I'd rather not have my head do 360s while turning wood. That seems a bit irresponsible. On the other hand, I have a family that eat food, and food costs money. And they promised me many treasures. Well, a few euros anyway, but that would help get the food too. So what would you do? If you don't have any news for me, don't worry. I might be in bed upstairs screaming about someone's mother or something. Bye. There we go.
That is a weird request, but I mean,
I would do it. I mean, if it's paying client, yeah.
and they're also paying to have them blessed to to get rid of the spirits.
So Dan, what you're saying is that you would exchange your soul for eternal damnation for a few euros. Is that it?
Yeah. How do you think I got to where I'm at? I've already done that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
It's a no-brainer for me. Absolutely. Oh, you want my soul? It's worth jack shit.
What if somebody had you design the game of Jumanji? Would you?
I mean, you wouldn't really design it. It's already designed.
I'd probably be damned for all eternity, but I would be able to say I made Jumanji. Like,
yeah, when they opened it up and continued playing, and then you hopped out 40 years later with a beard. I designed this game. It just runs off. Robin Williams. Morgan rest his soul. Missed that guy. He was great. Such a bummer.
What did we just watched?
He's been gone for 10 years. He died in 2014, didn't he?
Wow, I feel old.
Yeah. Just a few days ago, we showed my daughter Mrs. Doubtfire, and she loved it.
Yeah.
Classic.
I don't think I've ever had my kids watch that. That's a good idea.
You could not make that.
It was a run by fruiting
in 2024. Like damn liberals making movies about men dressing up like women.
It's so weird. So like in the like me and my wife we're nostalgic about movies from the 90s that we enjoyed when we were kids. But PG in the like 90s PG is 2024 PG-13. It's like they did a lot in the 90s that we're like we look at each other we're like holy crap, like
how'd that get under the radar?
Yeah. It's just 90s PG was a little bit risque.
A little bit?
I forget what Beetlejuice was rated, but I had my kids watch Beetlejuice with me. They were not fans. They didn't like it. And then I had them watch Goonies with me. Same. They were just not into it, and it broke my heart.
You basically showed them like black and white films, and they were just like, what?
As a matter of fact, I still don't like my kids.
Even like animated films that we grew up with, like the old, the original Mermaid, Little Mermaid, or Aladdin, or anything.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Splash. I was like, that's not animated, but that was a great movie.
But like just actual, hand-drawn original animation, kids can't watch it now because animation's come so far. Like,
oh yeah, it doesn't keep their attention.
Yeah, it doesn't compute with them. Like they lose attention immediately.
What is this homemade scratching?
Yeah, they look like doodles to kids now. Get new kids. Get new kids.
I'm trying. I've been trying for a while.
Saman, the judge just won't let me. He's refused time and time again.
The guy has to buy them off of it. He's no longer in business.
Monster Squad greater than Goonies? Get out of here. I don't even know what Monster Squad is. And that's...
We tried to show her Space Jam. That was a huge disappointment. Because that was like the anthem of my childhood, at least.
Space Jam is like...
My kids aren't into sports, so I wouldn't even like try.
You don't even have to be into sports. It's Looney Tunes and...
But it helps. Plus, I mean, Lola Bunny, what's not to like, right?
I was just going to say that. It's so funny how they aged all the characters, too. And, like, she's just, like, in her, like, a girl in her 30s now. And it's like, all right. They did something right. I mean, listen, that by the way, Space Jam, the website, is still live. And if you go to it, it is...
like the original website?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, go
Why
right
do you
now.
know this?
Because it's IT fact.
There's
What is the website? Just
I
spacejam.com?
think just spacejam.com.
Oh my God, that is old.
It is. Yeah, it is great.
spacejam.com.
Ooh, wait.
I think. Oh, it's like.
Wait, no, it's
Is there a new one coming out?
Oh, they changed it. Oh no.
No, it's there. Yeah, there's a new one that I thought came out a while ago with LeBron instead of Michael.
So there's a 1996 site and a 2021 site, so you can choose. If you click the 1996,
No, I just got a full window of like a YouTube trailer.
No. So exit out of that on top right.
Okay, hold on.
It should look like this. Like this is the website.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I got you. I got 1996.
It is. It's ancient, but it's still alive, guys. They kept it alive all these years.
Yahoo GeoCities bad.
Yeah, dude. And they kept it going. Somebody's been paying that domain hosting. I don't think they even get enough in royalties.
Yeah, I don't think I have it in me to watch the 2021 version of Space Jam. I like LeBron. I'm not hating on LeBron at all. But you can't. That's a classic. You can't do that.
It is a classic. What if they just made Goonies, but like the Jonas Brothers were in it?
Oh, jeez, I would riot. I would craft a caravan to drive to Hollywood and do something.
Like that's the thing. These movies, they hold up for us because they're part of our childhood or as we were growing up. But these days, you cannot play these movies. Nobody they're not even on TV anymore. You have to get them on through services.
Speaking of, a couple nights ago, I think it was Monday night actually, because my kids didn't have school the next day because of a damn snowstorm. So Blazing Saddles is on Netflix.
I thought they stopped showing that everywhere.
No,
really?
It's
still
on
there.
Netflix currently right now.
Really?
So I loaded it up and was watching it, and the kids weren't really paying attention. My son was on his computer. My daughter was somewhere else in the house watching her phone or whatever. And they kind of walked in on me during the time where the sheriff is walking into town for the first time. They were like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "This is a classic. It's fine."
Where the white women
fine.
at?
Yeah.
I still love my favorite callback was in Robin Hood Man in Tights. And they're like, "A black sheriff? It worked in Blazing Saddles." Love that callback. That's another good movie.
Yeah, I got canceled by my kids, basically.
Mel Brooks, he's legendary.
That's some good stuff. Nostalgia, man. I want to go watch old movies now.
Oh, boys.
Does anyone remember that movie Cool World? And for some reason, because
with
parts of it were,
Kim Basinger,
because parts of it were animated, people thought that it was a kids movie, and so tons of kids got exposed to it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, it was not a kids movie.
Not a kids movie at all.
What was her name in that movie? God, I haven't seen that in years.
I haven't either.
Was that when Alec Baldwin met Kim Basinger?
I don't know.
Weren't they married for a while?
Is it Basinger or Basinger?
Basinger.
Yeah. Basinger.
Basanger. It's French. Basanger.
Ask Thomas how to say it.
The 90s were wild. I mean, so were the 80s and the 70s. It's just wild every single year. Something is crazy.
Yeah, Netflix has a whole category devoted to movies from the 70s right now. I've been watching.
Bugs me though, because they have to pay licensing on how many people stream these older movies. They have to pay someone pennies from back in the day. But there was an article a couple of years ago that Netflix got in trouble because the number of titles available on Netflix is tens of thousands, where when you were able to get DVDs, it was hundreds of thousands. So we're actually getting less content with Netflix than we were back in the day when we had DVDs.
I mean, there's 100 different streaming services now, so
no, but you gotta pay for all them.
Paying for. You would have to pay for the rentals too.
Well, no, if you got the service, you just choose 2 at a time, and then you send them back. Come on, Dan. You know,
Okay.
you remember how it
Did
was.
anybody ever participate in Netflix when it was like a mailing thing? Like
Oh, yeah.
they would mail you.
I did
Yeah,
briefly.
I did, 100%.
Yeah.
And then
I would always forget to mail them back.
I would get lazy and not send them back, and then
I've gotten
you had to
charged.
pay the fees, and I was like, well, I'm done with this.
Like, well, I just bought a DVD of a movie I watched that I barely
Yeah.
enjoyed for $24. Cool.
Without a case.
Without a
So-
case. That's the other thing. They shipped
Yeah,
them in those
thanks
like
a lot.
flimsy envelope. It was a miracle they were in one piece.
They wouldn't even send them with cases. Like,
Yeah. Dude, they had like
yeah,
one
they'd be so
stamp on
scratch.
them.
It's like, how is this gonna play?
So they do. All right. So Netflix approached Blockbuster and asked them if they wanted to get involved with what they're doing, and they're like, "Hey, this is gonna be huge." And Blockbuster just kind of laughed them off, told them,
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Yeah,
go
right.
kick rocks. And then, Netflix actually started being a thing. And then, after it was too late, Blockbuster tried to start their own streaming service. Do you remember Blockbuster trying to start their own streaming service?
I
I
vaguely
do not
remember that.
remember that. No.
Yeah, they had an online service for, just
Do they have an
Oh,
original
no way.
website for that as well?
Well, I mean, Blockbuster's still, there's one in Anchorage or somewhere in Alaska, I think.
the last Blockbuster in the world.
I think Paul just said that there's one still close to his house.
Well, 3 hours from him could be Canada, it could be Alaska.
Bro.
Oh, Justin from Campfire Woodworks worked at Blockbuster during that. Oh,
Yeah, my brother used to work at
Yeah.
Blockbuster. He was a manager.
So if you want to find a Blockbuster website, at any point in time, have you ever heard of the Wayback Machine?
Oh yeah, I've done.
Oh
that.
yeah. Use the Wayback Machine.
Pizza internet geek, of course.
Yeah. So you can see Blockbuster's website at any point in time, and you could probably, if you had a couple hours to waste,
Yeah.
just go through
Go
the
through
snapshot
Wayback.
of over time and see them just steadily decline. And be like, hey, we got a streaming service now, and now we're out of business.
Wait, Justin, were you their gardener and you just did a bad job weeding? Is that what you mean?
I think that's what he means.
That's what he means. Yeah.
Obviously,
It
he's
was-
not talking about
He's
anything.
their
else.
landscaper. Speaking of IT things, I recommended this to a friend the other day, and I forgot this is a thing. If you ever need to sign up for some BS website for like just to read an article or to check something out or whatever, 10minuteemail.com. It literally creates you a mailbox for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Gives you an address, and you can use it to sign up for that crap, and then you never have to use it again after that. It's great. We have to use it for
Awesome.
something work related.
I
Not work
used it-
related, but to test
I
something
used
for
that
work.
for when I signed up for Reddit. I think.
Really? So you don't even
Yeah,
have your
really?
recovery email?
So you have
No.
no way of logging in now?
No, I can log in, but if I ever if I ever get unlogged out and I forget my password, I'm boned.
Your
Tell you that much.
password is the fappening.
It is not.
What's your what's your karma?
It's pretty high.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Dan,
Dan's got karma.
Pretty high.
Dan was in the middle of a thing. So let's just say when he pissed off an oil company, it wasn't the first time he stirred the pot.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. No.
I would love to hear
Uh,
the aftermath of
I will. I don't talk about it publicly, and
Well,
I
then
never
you can-
write it out.
You can tell me in our
I will.
private in our
The,
I will.
the
private
post
sessions.
pre-chat or the post
Yes,
post pre-show show.
but I will tell you how much karma I have.
Are you looking it up now? Yeah, Dan
Yeah.
owns Reddit basically.
I do not own
He was
Reddit.
given shares when it all happened.
I'm near 100,000 karma.
Dang, son.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I got.
I don't even know
And
what
I
my
don't even show
username
my
is.
breasts. My username is L as in EL _ Deepal Oblo.
What?
Don't ask me how I came up with that. It's a long, convoluted story.
I'm not even gonna write it down, because I've already forgotten.
DPALABLO. And all the history from how I got that much karma is gone. I've scrubbed it. So if you're trying to figure that out, you're not
There's
good.
digital
Be
blood on my hands.
I started writing it down and lost interest. It's just too much.
Yeah, it's so back in the Yahoo chat days, back in the Yahoo days.
Yahoo Answers?
No, yeah, I used to be in the Yahoo chat rooms. I would do like movie and music trivia for fun.
All right, weirdo.
Back when Yahoo had their messenger system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suman, take a nap.
Before smartphones were a thing.
He's a young kid.
My username was D Palnud, which is D for Dan, and Palnud is Dunlap backwards. And then I just converted it to LD Palablo because it sounded like El Diablo.
How drunk were you?
Possibly a
It
lot.
was the 90s, so yes.
I was 14. It was a crazy time.
I love that, like, there's definitely people in this chat, they're like, what does he mean Yahoo chat rooms?
Yeah, Yahoo used to have chat rooms through their messenger. It was fun.
So
I would stay up till 2-3 in the morning doing music trivia.
Oh my god.
In the chat rooms.
My mother-in-law, up until only a few years ago, was still paying monthly for AOL.
What?
Hey, you two, knock it off. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just until I told her, like, she told me this. I was like, wait a minute, what? And she's like, yeah, that's where my email address is. So it costs money monthly. I'm like,
No.
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 You gotta stop doing that.
I would not be shocked if I found out my in-laws still did that. I'm pretty sure they still use their Yahoo emails too.
I used to get I wish that I would have saved all of them. I think I got a free demo DVD-ROM or CD-ROM
The disc
of AOL in the mail.
We all did. I could have built a house out of the AOL disc I got.
At least once a week.
Yeah.
Probably several times a week.
Whatever happened to all those discs? They're probably in the ocean.
Dude.
We probably
they
eat them
got
every time we eat.
They got recycled by Columbia House. They
There's a good throwback.
they erased the discs,
and now it's got Alanis Morissette on it.
And then they put Oasis's first album on there and sent them out to the people unsolicited, and then billed them for it. So that's what happened to all the AOL.
Oh, that's what happened with iPods and U2 when everyone got that on their devices.
I was just gonna make a U2 reference. Yeah, remember when U2 was forced upon us and everybody hated them?
Hated them more just for
that. I still hate them for that.
So when those DVDs were, or they're barely CD-ROMs, when those AOL CD-ROMs were available, like they would send them to your house, but also like every supermarket just had them stacked at the entryway. You can grab them. Every time I'd go to the store with my mom, I'd grab like a handful, and then I ended up making like a 6-foot tall lamp with LEDs running through the center, and like I taped it all together, and it was like, it just looked so rough, but it was a cool little lamp, heavy as all hell. I could have lifted up.
AOL gel.
I would like to propose a challenge to anyone listening and all of the woodworking community. Instead of if you're thinking about building a river table, don't build a river table. Build an AOL CD-ROM table.
Oh.
Just get 2 live edge slabs and fill it with crushed up
CDs.
AOL CD-ROMs.
The problem is like when they crack, like the actual top layer would like come off. Like it was a film. It wasn't actually printed on there. It was like on like a. So basically, it was just plastic and then a reflective mirror on top.
Yeah.
Oh, why is Keith messaging me? He's so needy.
My great uncle was paying $300 a year for AOL until like 2018.
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
It's those people that still keep AOL just barely having a pulse.
I don't understand how they're still in business. Like,
you could still use an AOL email. That's still a thing.
But like also the balls of charging people for years after that service has been like disabled. Like how did they get away with that?
I mean, you do it until you can't. I mean, that's the beauty of commerce, is it's just like, we'll just do it until somebody says we can't.
If I get an order on Etsy and I see that they're using an AOL email, that's like red flag number 1, that I'm dealing with somebody who doesn't understand how the internet works, and I'm going to get a bad review. Yep. And they're going to think that I own Etsy and they're just going to trash me. Red flag.
Red flag.
I'll just cancel that order. Thank you.
So if I get an order on Etsy, I'm not aware because I don't look at it. So,
You got to set up notifications, man.
oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I have notifications. But it's all digital.
Oh, that's right.
So,
You're smart.
so
that's
I
right.
so I don't have to ship anything. So if it's like somebody bought something, I'm like, cool.
Well, that's
Sweet.
usually
Maybe-
that's most of the complaints Dan has. It's the digital salespeople buying, and they're like, "Where's my
so
product?"
so many. I got one just like 2 or 3 days ago.
That's
think I
that's
shared
why
that with you, Pete.
that's why I want to do digital only. Is like I'm not offering support on like digital. It's
Oh no, I'll share. So I'll sell a digital file, like a CNC file, and I'll still get messages saying, "Hey, where's my product? It says it was delivered. I never got anything in the mail." I'm like, that's not how this works.
Did not work with my
Exactly.
machine. Well, that's
Do you
not
have an
the
AOL
file.
email by chance?
Yeah.
exactly, and that's why I don't. That's why I just ignore the notifications. Like I'm pretty confident that the way that I have them described and listed and everything
I'm telling you,
is good.
all my digital files.
And
say,
so if anybody has
digital
any
file.
questions, I'm not answering them because you have all the information you need.
Dan, is it true your shop updates AOL email addresses will be canceled and the buyers will be ridiculed?
no, but it should be, and I might make that change.
That
Like,
should, I'm
put
gonna
it in your
that the
banner.
description.
Right in the banner. Like make it in Canva.
It might actually even just be in the title of the listing, just like, oh, here's a file for a wasteboard. No AOL emails accepted. You're banned.
Or just make your account like Dunlap versus AOL.
Yeah.
Or Dunlap hates AOL. And just that's your shop name now. Hotmail. Oh, Hotmail's another one. Ugh.
My wife still has a Hotmail email, and she still uses it.
Of course she's a Hotmail. Look at you. Yeah, look at you, Hotmail. Yeah.
No, my wife is the Hotmail.
No, but
I'm the mediocre mail.
she has a Hotmail, which is you. I was trying to give you a compliment.
Oh,
Does
ASL?
anybody still use?
missed it.
Does anybody still use Ask Jeeves?
Oh yeah, all the time. That's how I look up
Boomers and
topics.
other boneheads, probably, that I won't go into
Dude,
detail
I helped
here.
somebody the other day with a Juno email. I don't know if they just gave it to me as a throwaway or whatever.
Maybe
it was
they were
like-
using that website you were talking
Yeah.
about. I don't think I used that website that you mentioned. I think I used something like sharklasers.com.
Earthlink.
It was basically what you were
Earthlink.
talking about. It made you an email and it disposed of it like in 10 minutes. So
I would like to see GeoCities make a comeback. I think everyone should
there's still a bunch of websites out there that use it. I mean, look at the Space Jam
Squarespace,
website,
Wix,
for God's
all
sake.
that stuff. GeoCities.
ICQ. I don't know that one.
ICQ.
That was another messenger system, wasn't ICQ? I remember that briefly.
Angel Fire. That's
I don't know Angel Fire,
I remember that name.
but that reminds me of LimeWire, which I'm very familiar with.
You know, okay.
chat
Strangely,
client, okay. Like AIM.
I owe AOL a great debt of gratitude because I met my wife at a concert and after we didn't exchange information or anything, but after that we found each other on AOL and instant message. Then we started talking on
What?
AOL Instant Messenger, and then we met up again.
How did you find her? Did you guys happen to share ASL before you separated?
She found me.
Oh, okay. Creepy.
Big deal.
So, but I do owe AOL a great debt of gratitude.
Dude, I can't believe we used to just sit there in front of our computer, just listen to those like doors open and slam all day, and just chat with
Just
people.
stare at it.
And just sit there and like wait.
Somebody message me. Come on.
Just wait for somebody like who wants to talk, who wants to talk.
I'll tell you, nothing was more humbling than the first time I bought a beeper. Before cell phones were a thing,
Mm-hmm.
I was 16, I think, when I got my first beeper. And like, I gave my beeper number to all my friends. And then like nobody would beat me. I was super bummed.
Beat me, bro.
All the people that bought drugs from you, that's what you mean.
I
No,
never got beeped.
bow ties. What kind of bow ties did you want? What quantity? You want the 10-pack?
15-pack, bro.
Uh,
I remember my first beeper. It was purple. Maybe that's why.
so I guess I don't listen to all the episodes, but I do listen to. I have.
All right,
listened
you're
to
gone.
quite a bit. I have listened to quite a bit, and I'm quite enjoying. This is a full on dedicated pre-show live, just about nostalgic stuff.
I love it.
We do that.
We haven't talked about wood at all.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about cars and trucks.
Ghost trucks and automobiles.
Yeah, that's what the pre-show's for. We don't talk about actual
we just
woodworking and
mess
making.
around.
Did y'all ever used to pick up the free physical Auto Trader magazines?
Yeah, at the gas station, they were in the little rack. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there was a local one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
I had friends
Look
who
through
like-
it and dream. Oh.
just feel like, oh,
Wait,
my
you
God.
guys didn't hear it. I just realized I'm not sharing the audio for that. But I think our audience did.
Oh.
Yeah, that sound.
Memories.
What was the door closing sound?
Betsy Lou's on. Let me see. Hey, I saw you in class today. She
Speaking of
laughed.
digital files, I just sold one.
God.
Ooh, I just sold a digital file to a guy in Australia.
Ooh.
Thank you, Ross.
I wish that they
What kind of
had
email?
I wish that I had like a brain scanner on me while I was on AOL, just sitting there like waiting for people to come and go.
So you can
And,
see
like,
the peaks and
So
the
I could
valleys.
see the brain activity
Yeah.
of when I heard that door open sound and when I heard the door close sound. It'd be
Goodbye.
very fast. Yeah. Goodbye.
Ooh, well, that was the loud one. I'm
That
trying to
was
find-
loud.
Yeah, sorry about that. Dial that down.
So I have a brother and sister who are both 10 years younger than me. And
Remember how houses used to be made with wood? What are they made of now?
Sticks
well,
and
they're
stones.
3D printing them out of concrete.
Yeah, they are.
They have concrete, yeah. But I've
Seen that.
I played the sound of a dial-up modem for my little brother,
Ooh.
and he had no idea what it was. He's like, "What is this?" I'm like,
What is that awful sound?
"Yeah,
Dude, one of my neighbors the other day hits me up and he's like, Peter, random question. I don't know if you can do this. I'm like, okay, I'm up for a challenge. He's like, because he says it's an IT question. Like, cool. He's like, have you ever wired a phone line? Which colors match up with what? And I was like, what?
What the heck?
And then I run into the basement because I realized this house, when they ran it, or when they built it in 2000, they pre-ran a fax line and a phone line to like different parts of the house. So there's a
Fax
box.
is gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge, bro. It actually says
Where-
DSL in one box, but it's like a phone line. So like I opened it up. I'm like, okay, Joe. So it's gonna be red to here, green to here, yellow to here. Like I actually gave him the things. He's like, oh, why would you know that? I'm like, the internet.
the
You could have
internet,
Googled it.
which you don't have because your phone lines are not connected right."
And I was like, why are you doing this? He's like, oh, my wife still wants like the landline because her parents, that's the only number they call. And I'm like, I totally get it.
But they can still
See that?
call.
See that?
Like you could tell them that it's a landline,
Yeah.
and it would be going to a
That's
cell
a-
phone.
Is that
You
landline?
That's
don't know
Dan?
the difference.
That's a landline jack, yeah. Right there. Next to the actual plug.
I'm just gonna play random.
So
sounds.
where do you guys keep the fax machines in your house? Mine's in the bathroom.
Mine's right there. Oh, yeah, wait. My
Yeah, I'm
fax
sitting at
machine.
mine.
It's
I
not
actually
hooked up,
talk
but
to
it's
my fax
technically a
machine now.
fax.
There you go.
Also, I carry one in my pocket.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, listen,
Pretty
I
crazy.
work for a hospital, so dealing with faxes is like a daily thing. And
Oh,
people
God.
are so mad about faxes going away, and we're going to eFax just through like a website. They're mad. I'm like, guys, this is technology from like
Have
30
you
years
ever,
ago.
ever heard of email?
No,
Have you heard of email?
some of these people are older than the sun. They need to just retire at this point.
I can
Third-
I can see
third-
that.
30 years ago is generous. It's older. It's way older than that. I mean,
Comes the
faxes.
snow, baby.
But I guess it makes sense for people who just
Yeah, bud.
don't want to be connected to. They don't want to be connected to the grid. They're like, no, I have a piece.
Is
of paper.
there
But put it in this machine. It's going to go over there. It's going to become another piece of paper.
stop? Is there any like advantage to having a fax over anything else?
No.
Is that like an advantage of staying
not at
off the
all.
grid or something?
Nope. No.
Okay.
Dan,
Yeah,
these
that
people
seems ridiculous.
pull a PDF off the website,
Oh,
they print it, they fill it out, they fax it, they shred it. I am not even kidding.
No, I know you're not kidding. That's the best part.
And if Jake's in here, if he works with me, so he can attest to that. Like they literally do this. Sometimes I have to just pause and I'm like, wait, walk me through your process. And one time the lady explained it just like that, and I go, why?
It's less hackable.
Why are you fighting digital email? Or like they still call it e-fax, but it's an email at that point.
So
Awful.
the first real job after college where I had to like wear slacks and stuff. I was a federal financial aid advisor at a college,
Yeah,
and
that sounds really important.
Wow.
it sucked. It was boring. It's just the most boring thing.
You're basically a legal loan shark for kids.
Oh,
pretty much.
Suman actually has a legit answer. Fax is one of the approved methods for transferring medical records.
Yes.
Can't do it via
Suman, I'm aware of
illegally.
it, but there's
Yes.
something that feels very wrong
Can't
about
do it via email.
emailing
legally.
a number or sending the fax to a number that is somewhere in the middle of a room at a hospital or medical clinic or whatever with all
anybody
your
can walk
information
by
on
and
it.
Pick it up.
Exactly. So I rest my case.
Yeah.
It does
Back,
seem a bit
sorry, Morgan. Back to you. You were a loan
nonsensical.
shark.
Yeah. So I was a loan shark. I didn't that's it. But anyway, so all the documents that I would have to have students fill out, for whatever reason, this was in like 2009, 2010, we still barely accepted any of them in digital form. So we would just get faxes and faxes. And they're like, why are you doing this? Like, I could just, it's a PDF. Can I just fill it out? I'm like, nope, it's got to be faxed. You have to make one piece of paper and then turn it into another piece of paper.
That's
on
what
my
big
end.
paper wants you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big paper lobby in Congress.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why they're
Keeping faxes
lobbying
around.
against bidets and against email. They want you to use that paper.
More toilet paper, more paper in the machines. I get it.
Well, speaking of toilets, I feel like this has gone down to toilet at this point. I
think we're
really
doing pretty
enjoying.
Good, actually, I think this is one of our good.
No,
one of our good
I
ones.
love this, and I could because we could be here all night. That's the problem. But
yeah, we've been
let's
doing
get
it for
into
an
the
hour.
episode
So,
with Morgan because this
we
is
should
going to be
probably do that.
exciting, much fun.
and I need a
yay.
drink refresh.
Dan needs a drink refresh. And guys, next week we have Hamilton, not Andrew, Hamilton Dilbeck on. So that's going to be exciting.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that's going to be a great
Yeah.
episode. And he's going to share his story with somebody when
Have
somebody
you
was
heard
important.
what he's been going through?
No, I haven't been following it. I want
No,
all
I
the
was
raw
talking
data.
to Morgan. You
Oh,
bozo.
Morgan. Oh, all right.
It's about a certain bit of content that was not adequately credited. Is that what you're
It's a
talking
little
No.
bit
about?
more in depth.
Somebody
than that.
pretended to be him and scammed a bunch of companies out of equipment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we
Yeah.
talked about it briefly
That's a
on the
different
phone.
thing.
Yeah.
Somebody's always doing something to screw with Hamilton. I don't get it. I don't know why. He's couldn't be a nicer guy.
I mean, with a name
I'm
like
looking for-
Hamilton, he's asking for it.
I'm looking forward to. So he lives close to Atlanta, and so last
And he
year
was
before
he had the
Workbench-
elite that you guys used
Yeah.
Yeah.
to show off last year, right?
Yeah, so that was his. And last year before Workbench Con, me and some of the other Onefinity guys and the guys from Carvco went and stayed with Hamilton for like 3 days before Workbench Con. Just like did stuff in his shop and shot content and hung
Stayed
out.
at his house for 3 days.
Yeah,
Did that get uncomfortable? Was he at the end of the 3 days? Was he like, okay, you got to go, or
no, I
anything
slept like a
that?
baby, but Stone had to sleep on a very, very, very thin air mattress that wasn't really. It was more of a pool float than an air mattress.
So was the bedrock hard?
So it maybe got a little uncomfortable for Stone, just physically.
So he was
but
stuck,
no,
or the mattress was stuck between a stone and a hard place?
That's exactly.
Oh, there it is. All right, let's wrap this up. We can't
That's it.
top that.
Oh, yes, we can.
You've got mail.
And with that,
Oh!
thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you all next week. And make sure to listen to this
Next week.
episode. We're going to have Morgan on. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Love y'all. Bye.